Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Give me a 1 in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Thank you. I got to get this train on the tracks, baby. My day is busy, but I wanted to make sure to connect to y'all on a Friday. Happy Friday. Peace, world, peace. Welcome or welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks, aka the $1 trillion goddess, baby. It is a frequency, it is a mindset, and it is a vibe. Get into it, get into it. Woo! Happy to be alive, honey. Treasuring these breaths, walking in with much gratitude. Yeah, so much to be thankful for with so much going on in the world. And one of those things is that I am not no damn Janice Combs, child. Yeah, not no Janice Combs. Yeah, we booing her, okay? So I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you for popping in. Faye, UK Faye, she is here in the building. Hey, Michelle, thank you for heeding the call. Juti is here, honey. Happy Friday. Love y'all. Woo. I saw Chrissy Power too. Yes, Chrissy. And Miss Money Penny. What? Miss Money Penny is in the building. My overseas peeps are here. I love it. All right. Let me turn the fake Luther down. It's not really Luther, but it doesn't give me the strike. Let me be quiet. Nefarious, okay. You must listen to Queen Amadea. I think that's how you say it. That's her favorite word. And it is contagious. Nefarious. But yeah, we're talking about Janice Combs. I'm going to keep it just to Janice today because, like I said, unfortunately, I got to hop in and out today. But yeah, Miss Janice Combs is a piece of work, honey. Now, the Rolling Stone has an article, and I believe it came from this documentary or this docuseries that's coming out. But let's get right on into it. I also have a couple of clips I'm going to show y'all just to hammer things home with regard to this nefarious relationship between these two. All right. So again, this is coming from the Rollingstone.com. Sean Combs' mother dated yesterday, January 9th. Today is the 10th. Let me move my calendar over. So Sean Combs' mother threw sexually charged parties at childhood home, a friend claims. I'm not going to read the quote. This article is by Cheyenne Roundtree. Shout out to her. Sean Diddy Combs' mother, Janice, would often throw wild parties at the future music mogul's childhood home, where it wasn't uncommon to walk into a room where adults were having sex. One of Combs' longtime childhood friends claims in a new documentary. I'm going to throw a picture of her up just so we know who we're talking about here. This is a young picture of her. In quotes, it says, "That's what we were privy to. This is what we were fed." Hip-hop producer Tim Dog Patterson says in Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy, which will premiere on Peacock on Tuesday. Was it desensitizing us? I'm sure it was. Were we aware of it? No. That was just Saturday night. Wow. Patterson used that alleged childhood memory as a possible explanation on how Combs found himself at the center of a federal racketeering and trafficking investigation, where he is accused of forcing his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Cassie Ventura to participate in filmed drug-fueled encounters with male sex workers that Combs allegedly dubbed freak-offs. The 55-year-old is also facing nearly 40 civil lawsuits from men and women alleging that he had preyed upon them between 1990 and 1924, pleading not guilty to the 3 criminal charges against him. Combs' legal team has categorically denied the claims made against him in civil lawsuits. Mr. Combs has never assaulted or trafficked anyone, man, woman, or adult or minor, they said in a previous statement. Now, in quotes, it says, "I've always been asked the question why," Patterson says. "I don't know the answer to why, but I truly believe it all goes back to childhood." Reps for Sean and Janice did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The new Peacock documentary dives into Combs' childhood and early adolescence, speaking with Mount Vernon childhood friends, early Uptown Records colleagues, and Howard University classmate turned hitman music producer Ron Amin-Ra Lawrence. Combs grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, a suburb on the fringes of Upper Manhattan. Janice had moved her young family there after Combs' father, Melvin, was murdered in 1972. A known associate of Harlem drug kingpins, including Nicky Barnes, Willie Abraham, and Frank Lucas, Melvin was found shot twice in the head, slumped over in a car. Janice kept the details of Melvin's grisly murder from her son, intent on providing him an idyllic childhood. Combs was always dressed to the nines and as a result was looked at as the rich kid, Patterson says in the documentary. He played Little League Baseball, served as an altar boy, and made the football team at his all-boys private Catholic high school. And side note, that private Catholic high school has had a lot of assault allegations by priests and teachers, and that's all documented. It says, but Combs' peers could smell that he was not tough, Patterson said, claiming that Combs was badly bullied. Meanwhile, at home, in quotes, there was always things going on, Patterson said, adding that Janice would frequently throw parties at the home. On the weekend, Combs partied in the house, and we did that a lot, he said. He was around all types of alcohol. He was around reefer smoke, drug addicts around, lesbians around, homosexuals. He was around pimps, pushers. That was just who he was in our house. That was just who was in our house. People that attended the parties were from Harlem, from the streets. It wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple in there butt naked. DJ Easy Lee Davis, also a Mount Vernon native, who was close with Combs, who spun for Mary J. Blige in her early years, noted that while he never attended Janice's parties, he heard rumors about what occurred at the parties where everyone was welcome. Janice had little cool chicks that would come around and she made sure everybody was comfortable, Davis explained. Combs previously mentioned having an early introduction to sex, frequently watching softcore porn and losing his virginity at age 12, replicating the rough moves he had been watching in adult videos. In quotes, I was acting just like a porn star acts. I was smacking that ass. I was smacking the girl's ass, he told Vibe in 1999. I didn't do it on my own. She wanted me to smack that ass. I flipped her over because I saw it on the movie, and then she told me to do it again. The 90-minute documentary also includes interviews with singer Al B. Sure, whose real name is Albert Joseph Brown, who opens up for the first time about his acrimonious decades-old relationship with Combs after the music executive aggressively pursued model Kim Porter. At the time, Porter was dating Brown and recently gave birth to their son Quincy. Also speaking out for the first time is the band star Sarah Rivers, who details an unsettling experience with Combs while filming the MTV reality show Making the Band in the early 2000s. I haven't said anything in so long, she said through tears. And they go ahead to reiterate Combs is currently awaiting his May 2025 trial date at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn after his arrest in September 2024. He is charged with trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pleaded not guilty to 3 of the charges. If convicted, he stands to face 15 years to life in prison. Well, Janice Combs, you're no mother of the year, that's for sure. And I'm not here to, shame a mother. But the rumors are that she's not even his mother. I don't know if you heard that. Yeah, I talk about rumors over here, child. Some things don't have receipts over here because I have intuition as well. And my intuition says that this lady, she's no good. She's no good. She's no good. Baby, she's no good. Okay? That's right, Wayne. Guilty, guilty, guilty. So I want to show y'all a couple of clips just to, hammer down all the stuff that we're hearing right here. Let me go over to X. Actually, let me see. Let me start with Instagram. I want to see some of these comments. So they posted this on site on Instagram, basically reiterating the article. Somebody said the storyline is getting boring. Show us the tapes. Nobody's going to show anyone tapes. That's what I don't understand. Like, if there are tapes, they're going to be evidence. And when have you ever known the public to see or hear evidence unless it's during the trial, if you're present at the trial or if the trial is televised? Come on now. These people are apologizers. I don't like that. Somebody said, I low-key believe it. It's a learned behavior. Yes. Somebody said this case needs to be thrown out because whatever jury is picked for this case is already groomed by the media. I don't know if I could argue that. I mean, not to say it should be thrown out, but I mean, if you are going to be picked for a jury and you've been following the case, you probably have your mind made up. But that's what a trial is for. A trial is for facts and witness testimony and arguments from legal experts and expert witnesses. So if you have your mind made up and it's not deterred by any of these things, then that means your mind is probably right. So these people need to just shut the hell up. Somebody said we are only day 9 of 2025 and people just lost their homes to a massive fire. And what does that have to do with fucking Diddy? He's still doing and going through what he's going through, and the stuff is still going to move forward. So that's pretty much the sentiment. Somebody said LA is on fire. F Diddy. None of this should be able to be aired until after the trial. SMH. Somebody said Dapper Dan insinuated something similar. And I'm actually going to play Dapper Dan. There's a clip, I think, from an interview or conversation that he had. If you don't know who Dapper Dan is, he is a very well-known, maybe even famous designer out of Harlem. Been so for years. I mean, and if you look at some things online, I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole. He is still kind of up Diddy's ass in a sense. I mean, he was up until probably his arrest. Even though he knew the things he knew, it seems that, you know, he was still looking for favor from Diddy and his associates, from what I could tell. Surprising to hear the things that he said, but we can move on over to that because those comments, just disgusting to me. So I guess I'll start with the Dapper Dan thing. It's actually from TikTok, but hopefully you can hear it. Hopefully the volume is going to be good enough. Let me.
The whole Puff Daddy situation that's going on right now.
Okay. I want you to listen to this carefully. I grew up with Puff Daddy's parents. Yeah. We all come from home, born here, raised here. No matter what happens in the culture, it didn't just start. All right? No matter what happens in the culture, it didn't just start. A lot of things that you see happen came about from not even from my generation, but the generation that became before me. It's just that. A lot of the things that's happening today because of social media, everybody gets to know about it. But here's what I want to leave you with. I'm into ASAP Ferg, right? And on his new album that's coming out, I'm addressing exactly what happened. So that's all I can tell you for now. But when it drops, it's going to drop like Marvin Gaye. What's going on? The culture has to shift. when you see what Marvin Gaye did, when he shifted in his album What's Going On, if we don't get a cultural shift like that in hip hop, it's gonna keep going downhill. Pay attention to that. That's the most. Two people in culture owe a lot too when it comes to bringing us together and getting us right.
So just to do a short little recap on that, I know the volume wasn't that great, but I think hopefully you heard him. He basically said, let me throw her picture back up here. So Dapper Dan basically said that he grew up with Diddy's parents. He said that the things that are going on that we're seeing is not even from his generation. He said it's from the generation before. And so that says to me that Janice somehow, well, you know, we heard a little bit of how his dad passed away and what happened, who his dad was and what he represented in the city. He wasn't no good child. He was a hustler and a dealer, and he went out probably because I think he snitched on people. So he didn't have any character. He didn't have a backbone. He didn't stand on no type of business that was good. And he went out he went out. Not to say I condone that at all. But he also said that the culture needs a shift. Otherwise, hip hop is going to continue to go downhill, and that is so true. It is currently time for the authenticity and the realness, the real talent, the real creativity, the real vibes. Take the numbers and the money out of it, and let's get back to what's really going on in these streets with the kids, not even kids, with everybody. Because I think it doesn't necessarily need to be youth. Sometimes youth need to sit down and listen. Okay? There's a lot of people who never got the opportunity to shine, and they still got it. So let's give them a platform. Let's give them the mic. But yeah, it's definitely time for a shift. And that's what this is giving us no choice to do but to shift. When you see and hear all the things going on with Diddy, now Jay-Z's coming into it. I'm hearing things that are about to come out on Jay-Z. Things are about to come out on a lot of people in the music business. I'm not affiliating the fires with these cases as people are. Some people are saying, you know, this is, you know, they're trying to burn evidence and things. I don't know that they're going to go that far to burn any evidence. Now, Diddy has already been investigated. His houses have been raided. I think they got everything they need to get from these houses. However, there are tunnels and there are underground activities. Okay, look up oh my God, my mind just went blank. What is the museum called? Not the Geffen, the Getty. Look up the Getty Museum. There's things out there about the Getty Museum having underground activities with regard to children. So what he said was important. He likened it to Marvin Gaye, what's going on. When Marvin Gaye, what's going on came out, it shook the industry because it was a whole new sound. And he was literally asking what's going on. He has some real important things to say and ask. And that's where the music needs to get back to. Authenticity, genuineness in the people who are delivering the music. Take the executives out of the picture and the business of it. These greedy labels and music moguls who aren't giving the real people a chance, who are blocking the blessings of the talented ones, the anointed ones. God is always in the business of life, regardless of what it looks like on the outside. There's a spiritual warfare going on. I've been telling y'all. If y'all been listening to me on a daily basis, which hopefully you are checking in with me on a daily basis, I come here to talk to y'all and to get feedback from you as well and just connect with you in general. I've been telling you before 2025 came in to hold on and to brace yourself, because I told you this year was going to take you for a ride. 2024 was already something. 2023 was something too, because we are in the age of Aquarius, honey, and she is no joke. Yes, the divine is arising. So it's definitely time to rise with her. And where you stand right now, you better figure it out. Do some self-reflecting, get on your knees and start praying. And hopefully you praying to your creator and not some false god. So what we want to do here is open our eyes to even the comments that I was reading. These are demons. These are demonic energies. Okay, speaking through people who are not tapped in to spirit, to the self. Because our true selves, if you come into this world untainted, you're coming from the source, you're coming in pure, and you're coming in innocent, and you're coming in with a heart and a soul and a light inside of you that is part of the source. The source is within you. Now, once you're compromised in this unruly world, sometimes, you could lose direction. You could get a little lost. You can lose your light, but it does not mean that you can't get back. You can't get back to your true self. It's always about the self. People say, oh, it's not about the self, it's selfishness. You need to be about others. Yeah, you do need to be about others, but you got to be tapped into the self first. Because if you don't get yourself right, whatever you're doing with others is not going to be right either. So get yourself right first. And then go out into the world and other people do the same. Okay? Come on now. Now, we are not going to play these games with these types of people. I cannot stand these comments. They are still just burning my soul right now, child. But I want to move on to another clip just to prove the point. Okay? Because this lady is no good. This lady should be ashamed of herself. I don't know if I explained the rumor about the fact that she is not his mother, but what they say is that it was not only his father that was unalive, but his mother as well. And that this is actually his aunt, a lady who raised him when he had no parents and took him under her wing, probably, not only groomed him in the way of showing him things, but may have also done things with him. And let's look at that. These people done got me mad. Okay, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this clip. No. Let me go back.
I love you too.
Mine freshly dipped though.
Did y'all peep that? The mother has on white nail polish, just like Carisha should be wearing white nail polish. If you remember, in the lawsuit, Cassie said that Diddy forced the women around him to wear white nail polish because it looked good during the freak-offs. So it's very interesting that his mother is wearing the same white nail polish.
Yeah, for real. Do gotta have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing, outside moving and shaking. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. Real. It's my dog. I want to live life. Be out here moving and grooving. My mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
She
don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms. Flat. Oh. Take.
He said she could touch the floor with her palm. She said flat, honey. She said, get it right. Let him know what I can do. Now, he's trying to say that my mama, he said, my mama's single. She could touch the floor with her palms. And she's out here moving and shaking, honey. And I believe they were sitting there getting IV drips, which is what they said he did after those freak-offs, which would last for whether it be a day, 2 or 3 days. They had to replenish. Now, I don't know about you, but I find this to be pretty disgusting. That's supposed to be his mother. Did you see that kiss? I mean, I hate to even indulge in it, but we got to look at this.
I love you.
She said, I love you. He said, I love you too. And there's nothing wrong with that, telling your adult child that you love them. But if I did that to my son, he'd be like looking at me like, what's that? What? He might kiss me on the cheek but if I did that, he would probably be like, what's going on with you? Why are you doing it? And the head tilt. This is something they do often. This is a lingering kiss. Lingering, but the lead in was lingering, and the whole energy around it is weird. Look at that. Look at how her face is like she's, I can't. What is that? It's weird, is what it is. It's sick. Exactly, Miss Moneypenny. It's disgusting. Yes, Judy's sick. Faye said, it brings my slang and West End out in me. When I see comments like that, I have to literally stop myself from replying. Me too. Oh my God, I've been doing a good job these past couple of days, especially because I will get into some beefs. I will get into some windmilling on the internet, child. And I just sometimes hate to come back to my platform and see the comments, because I know it's going to be something I'm going to have to come back to. But I've been doing good. I'll take a breath and I'm like, you know what? Let it go. You don't have to respond to that. That's probably a troll. Some of these things are paid for. You know, there are bot farms out there that these people pay for. They literally, let me see if I could find an example of that. I saw one recently. Let me see if I could find that. Maybe on X might be the good place to look for that. Let's see. Was it a bot farm or a comment farm? Yeah, see, they look like this. These people sitting there, and they're this particular one is to people views on I think YouTube or some internet platform. But they literally have big rooms of this. I think they even showed it in Scandal, the show Scandal way back then. There was a plot going on where they had a whole huge room of people doing these things for people that paid for the service. But people do this for comments, for views, for likes, for the whole thing. It's easily paid for on all platforms. Okay? So when I see these things repeatedly, I think these things are paid for. I do. Exactly, Faye. More like a husband and wife. Exactly. So I'm gonna save this for another time. But yeah, they say this is a bot farm for individuals. It says this is a bot farm, individual phones, all with social media accounts and run by organizations to influence elections. So this one is supposed to be for an election. The BBC has now admitted its disinformation department runs its own bot farm funded by you, not to influence you, just to protect you. Sure. But yeah, somebody came up with the bright idea to do this, rich off of it. You know? So that's why I have reserved my energy and my light. Okay, and preserving my time as well, and not responding to every little thing that pisses me off on the internet. Because sometimes I have the response coming out my fingertips before I can even take a breath. But now I just take a breath and I'm like, you know what? Not my business. Let me keep it moving. And that's going to be my 2025. I'm saving my time, my life for things that are worth it, for things and people who deserve it. And those things and people are y'all. Honestly. Hey, Ray Ray. Oh, you caught me at the end, but please catch this replay, child. We need help with these views, honey. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It's hit and miss with these videos, but I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and tapping in, and definitely stay tuned in and tapped in. Now I got a message from one of my day ones, Priscilla. She goes by Season Sagittarius on here, and she's we're in a 3-hour time difference, but she catches my replays. She used to be always in my lives with me. Now, the comments, I think yesterday's live, she said we need to go celebrate live for my 6-year anniversary, which was yes. 6 years on yesterday, on Saturday night. That was kind of our tradition to go live on Saturday night. So I'm going to try to get the old crew, the old gang back together for tomorrow night and celebrate the channel, kind of go back to show like what the types of things that, you know, we used to do here. I started out with tarot cards, just showing my hands. So, and then we kind of progressed from there. I went through some beeps. I had something that was called Messy Mondays, where I had to get with mofos and let them know what was what. Okay. I might play one or some of, you know, a couple of those, some excerpts, but definitely, you know, like this video. Let's start with this one. I appreciate you, Ray Ray, and all the people in the replay. If you in the replay in the bushes, much love. Hey, Queen Keish. So much I can hear. It's disgusting, this Diddy stuff. Yes. Okay, I hope you can make this live. So I'm going to try to set it up as early as possible so there is a notification or a notice out there. But I do, you know, I want to celebrate. I want to also talk about there's more stuff going on in the world. The fire stuff is still happening. A lot more is coming out. There's been arrests of, they caught some guy, they say, you know, trying to put gasoline down a gutter. Some people in the neighborhood caught him and held him until the police got there. There's just a lot of things going on, child. And by tomorrow, who knows what is going to know. The live is going to be tomorrow night or evening, depending on where you are. I mean, for me, it'd probably be about, I'm probably thinking like 8 p.m.-ish Pacific. So depending on where you are, I'll try to set it up early. So maybe you could set your alarm, child, because I need y'all there. Baby Yoda with me, Beautiful Spirit, and Priscilla or Miss Sagittarius, Season Sagittarius. Okay, Michigan. Know that. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be uploading to my other channel as well. Alec Baldwin is suing everybody, child. He's so mad about them trying to prosecute him for that lady's death, which I don't know if he was, I don't know what happened with that, but I know he's suing everybody. And then there's that thing with Blake Lively and her ex co-star, or was he a co-director? There's a lot of things going on that need to be talked about. 4 a.m. Faye? Oh, child. Now you might have to catch the replay. Oh man. Or if I go on later, maybe you'll be up early enough. Oh, he's suing you too, Wayne? Wayne, be careful, because I might sue you too. Y'all don't be hearing the crazy stuff Wayne be saying. I'm kidding though. 11 p.m. to you. Oh, you you too old for 11 p.m. GT? Come on now. I'm just getting started sometimes at 11, but you know what? I take naps. See, that's the thing about me. I'm finished working. I might eat a bite, and I might take an hour and a half nap, and then I'm back up at 11 o'clock at night and can't go back to sleep. End up on the internet, and child, it just goes from there. But listen, you guys have an amazing Friday and weekend if we don't touch back. And, you know, this Janice thing is disgusting. But we're going to see the full documentary next Tuesday, right? I might do a live watch on live stream on what is this? The streaming thing right here. I can't even, StreamYard. Because I do have Peacock. I might be able to just do something and send y'all a link. So just keep me in your loop, okay? Okay, Queen. Yeah, Queen, you be up all the time, child. You seem to catch me no matter what time I'm on. I do appreciate that. I love y'all so much. And yeah, see y'all later. Peace.